Alright, dude, before we start shooting Fight Your Rival, I think we should get some practice in for final round.
Oh yeah, I'm hungry, dude.
Right.
Ready to play.
You dig the background? It's Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, right?
Pretty awesome.
Alright, I think we should start off with Soul Calibur 5.
Sure, why not?
Alright, let's start it up.
Let's do it.
Final battle.
Dude, what the hell is this?
What is what? It's the final round.
Why are we starting at the final round, the beginning of the match?
Because we're training for a tournament called Final Round. So if the tournament's called Final Round, you start off in the final round.
It doesn't work like that. It's just the name of a tournament.
Well, they need to be a little more clear with names of tournaments. You can't be calling a tournament Final Round if it doesn't start off in the final round.
That would be like East Coast Throwdown, only letting you throw.
Yeah, they only let you throw that. Why do you think I won so many matches in SoCal 5 last year?
I guess I need to start throwing.
You do.
What's going on, everybody? This is Mike.
Natal.
And welcome to Fight Your Rival Episode 7, Season 3. We're hanging here with our lovely friend, Marcus Phoenix. I'm repping my best cotton candy shirt.
Yeah.
And we're going to waste no time. Get right to the rushdown.
The Rushdown.
So if you guys don't know, PAX East just wrapped up this past weekend in Boston. A lot of exciting gaming news, and of course, a lot of exciting fighting game news. So we'll start off with one of the bigger ones.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering what game we're talking about Street Fighter 4. If you thought Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012 was getting old to say, well, don't worry. Now you can say Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2013. Capcom is going to make another update to the game, but this time they're going down a different route.
Yeah, it's very interesting what Capcom is doing. It's a very fan-based approach. Basically, week by week, you could go on the forums on capcom-unity.com, and there are certain groups of characters where each week you can post the changes that you'd like to see and why you'd like to see them. Shouts to Capcom for really taking fan feedback into account and doing it in a really detailed way. You know, instead of just looking at Twitter ramblings and things like that. I think they're going to find the top players, see what they want in the game. I already saw Dominion already had a really well-written, Guile manifesto, so I think we'll see a lot of good changes for the right reasons.
Yeah, and guys, just embrace it. Be happy Capcom is still supporting Street Fighter 4. The game is how old now?
09, 5 years old.
Yeah, the game's old, and they keep upgrading it so it's still playable and still competes with everything else out there. So if you love it or hate it, embrace it, and hey, at least it's something free from Capcom. We rarely get free things from Capcom.
Yeah, so let's enjoy it when it happens. And I mean, I have my fingers crossed. It probably won't happen, but I want to see some new characters. Why not?
That would be epic. Bring back 12 from Third Strike. That's what I want.
People are saying Karen. People want Rolento, which
Rolento, whatever. I missed him, but now he's everywhere, so I could care less. But yeah. Karen, yeah, or Armika, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So Capcom, if you're watching, like you probably are every week,
oh yeah,
throw some characters in there. Why not? So speaking of big upgrades, another big piece of news coming out of PAX is that Mad Catz is officially sponsoring Team Spooky. This is awesome news.
Shout outs to Spooky. He's one of the hardest working guys in the FGC, and for him to get scooped up by a sponsorship like Mad Catz is epic. A couple of friends of mine told me that he was actually running the Halo 4 stream.
Yeah,
PAX East.
I'm pretty sure that if you watch PAX East, any of the Mad Catz stream, he was behind the boards. If you guys are unfamiliar with Spooky, he pretty much streams every major fighting game tournament, in addition to weekly tournaments here in New York City. So he really is the hardest working guy in the scene. He puts on a level of production that rivals television, just on Twitch TV. So huge shouts to him. I hope this leads to a lot of opportunities, more events, bigger events. I'm not sure if this affects the Team Spooky team, if they'll be, sponsored players, but, we'll see how it develops.
The one thing I really like is it seems like all the people in the FGC are following Capcom, where just having one sponsor is not enough. The name has to be really long, like VXG, EMP, Santhrax. Like, we got to start having really, really long names in order for us to actually compete. So
I agree.
We need to start making up some other names.
I'm totally for it.
FYR, Mike and Natal are too short.
Yeah.
Speaking of new fighting games on the horizon, Dive Kick had a really big show at PAX East this past weekend.
We've covered Dive Kick a lot in the show. If you guys don't know, it's literally what it sounds like. It's a fighting game with only dive kicks, one-hit kills, so it's just pure mind games, and Really awesome concept. And the game was, shaping up to be a cult hit. It's finally getting released by Iron Galaxy on PC, PS3, and Vita. Basically, the game was on hand all weekend at PAX East. I got to see a lot of exciting exhibitions on the stream. You had guys like Tokido playing Mago in the game, which was cool. I love seeing pro players play a game like as silly and as awesome as Dive Kick. The game really had a breakout performance. It's been covered on every major gaming news site. It's really becoming this phenomenon. And actually, a couple little details emerged from this weekend. There's going to be gems in the game.
Which I think is absolutely hilarious. I think it's really a jab at Capcom. It's a nice little jab.
Absolutely. And my favorite gem is the man mode gem, where Dive Kick is a first to 5 rounds. And if you're very confident in yourself, you could spot your opponent 4 rounds and start off the match with all these ridiculous buffs. So if you just want to get right to the point, kill your friend, just play man mode. And the character's hilarious. You have Dr. Scholes, who's a female inspired by Dr. Doom. Mr. N, who is clearly Marn. It's brilliant. You guys, it's something you really need to see. Go on YouTube, watch trailers. Dive Kick's gonna be great. And one last thing, you'll get a kick out of this. I'm not sure how they're gonna work the game with sticks and everything, since it's a 2-button game. Yeah. But the Vita version is going to be a 1-console, 2-player experience. Wow. So I'll be holding one side of the Vita, you'll be holding the other, and we just have our 2 buttons on each. Try to dive kick each other to death.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting concept.
Yeah, people finally using the Vita for what it's good for. I mean, it has tons of functions, people. It has dual multi-touch screens. Use it. So yeah, shout out to Iron Galaxy. Good job, people. I can't wait to get this Dive Kick handheld.
I can't either. It's going to be great. So, speaking of new and exciting games, I feel like we talk about this every week, but the Skullgirl saga continues. The game's reached over $600,000 in donations, which is amazing. The 3rd character has officially been funded, and it's still a mystery who it's going to be, but there are a lot of designs you could vote on the Indiegogo page. There's one character who basically looks like a female Cody, who I hope makes it in. You got guys, you got girls, you have Samson, who is Philia's hair monster. Yeah. He could potentially get his own character where he's this giant beast and Philia is just kind of like a corpse on his head.
Wow, that's an interesting concept. That'd be pretty cool. I just want the shark guy.
Yes, Stanley the shark scientist.
Yeah, Stanley the shark scientist. Yeah, I want Stanley the shark scientist. That's what I really want.
Yeah, so hopefully we get Stanley or female Cody or one of these awesome characters. But it's great to see the game grow, and I just can't wait till this all is released and in our hands.
Yeah, let's just hope it actually comes out for the Xbox. Guys, if you're still wondering about that Xbox update, it's up to Microsoft. The company Lab Zero Games has nothing to do with it. They sent it to Microsoft, and it's up to Microsoft to send it out. It sucks.
Yeah, it seems every time there's a patch for any game, Xbox players like myself just have to wait an extra few weeks. So I really hope they can get around that, because I'm dying for all these updates. And I can't wait for more Skullgirls.
If you guys have nothing to do this weekend and you want to watch something, don't forget, Final Round is this weekend in Atlanta. Now, it's going to be big. It's Final Round 16.
Yeah.
That's 16 years this tournament's been around. They're going to obviously have, the exhibition matches for everyone to love and enjoy. But remember, please check out Final Round this weekend. It's one of the majors. Is it a Road to Evo?
It is not a Road to Evo event, but it will be tied in with the Fall Classic later this year.
Okay.
The Tekken portion is going to be a qualifier for the Fall Classic, so there's a lot of cool stuff going on. If you guys aren't familiar with Final Round, a lot of people call it the East Coast Evo. It's pretty much one of the biggest events on the East Coast. It's one of the few events that draws in tons of international players. You guys might remember last year, I think his name was Agio Joe, the Japanese Marvel player that came in.
With the Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah. And just blew everyone away with his log trap skills. So Final Round's always an exciting international event, always great play, and yeah, it really never fails to entertain. So
no, not at all. And it'll be streaming all weekend, and there'll probably be 2 to 3 streams like every major. So check out 8-Way Run, check out Team Spooky, Beefuteki if they're also streaming. I don't know if they're streaming this weekend, but they probably will be. Just check Twitch and you'll find it.
Yeah, so shout outs to Larry and all the Final Round crew. Definitely check out all the action this weekend.
So that pretty much wraps up the Rushdown. And what comes after the Rushdown are the tweets of the week.
Tweet of the week.
Alright, so all of our tweets for the week have a very special theme. Like we said before, the Street Fighter update is coming, so that has spawned a whole slew of reactions, positive, negative. So we found some of the funnier, more interesting ones, and we're going to start off with Jibbo, who, if you guys probably know as the Cross Tekken expert, he says, "Balance isn't the issue with SF4. Straight up, it's boring and scrub friendly. My Gen play in vanilla was an attempt to make it interesting." Well, Jibbo does not like his SF4.
Well, guess he's not a fan. Maybe he'll change his mind with the updates to AE 2013.
We shall see.
So our second tweet of the week comes from Kugi. If you guys don't know who he is, he's the mastermind behind Broken Tier. And his tweet of the week says, "My AE 2013 change list, Omega Tom Hanks added."
I'm down for it.
Yeah.
I mean, AE could use some spice. What better spice than an evil Tom Hanks?
And we mentioned earlier in this episode we wanted new characters. So maybe Capcom will give us a Tom Hanks.
Why not? I mean, we've seen the rest of the SF cast before. Let's bring a guest in.
Yeah.
I mean,
he has multiple outfits. You got like Castaway Tom Hanks.
Yes. I would exclusively play Forrest Gump Tom Hanks.
I would use Big Tom Hanks, because then like his super, he jumps on the piano and kills you.
That'd be epic.
He does a little chopsticks
You
on the
actually
piano.
you tap out the song as you destroy your opponent.
See? Come on, Capcom. We already did half of the job for you. Tom Hanks.
Let's make it happen. Our final tweet of the week comes from Bifuteki's Insane, who says, "I'm more hyped for DuckTales Remastered than AE 2013. LOL. Which is pretty funny. I am hyped for AE 2013, but DuckTales Remastered is pretty exciting.
It looks hype. It looks really cool.
It looks really awesome. I mean, that was another big thing revealed from Capcom at PAX East. The classic DuckTales side-scroller games getting complete remaster, HD graphics. If you love Donald Duck, if you love Disney, if you just played that game back in the day, definitely pick it up.
And if you guys don't want to buy it, they actually signed all the original voice actors from the show to come back and do the game. That's epic.
Yeah, so, hey, could be better than AE. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe more balanced.
Man, way more balanced. I just wonder what kind of DLC they're going to dump out for DuckTales.
Gems, characters.
Half the game, pay $40 for the other half.
Yeah.
Typical Capcom.
The elusive Donald Duck Shoryuken, 400 points.
I can totally see that happening.
Absolutely. And until it does, I think it's time to go into Random Select.
Random Select.
So my random select of the week is fighting game, but not fighting game. I know we're supposed to stay away from fighting games, but I can't help it.
I don't think either of us can.
Yeah. Mine is Dead or Alive Extreme 2. Yes, Dead or Alive Extreme 2. The game came out back in 2006. And I bought it about a week ago for $7. And I have to say I've been playing that game more than I've been playing Gears of War Judgment or DOA 5 Plus on my Vita, even though that's great. But Extreme 2 is amazing. My girlfriend, my sister saw the intro and they thought I downloaded some new Japanese porn. But it wasn't. It was just the intro to DOA Extreme 2. It is one of the most sexually gratuitous intros I've ever saw in my life. And I have to say thank you, Team Ninja, for that. Because what a game. The volleyball's still fantastic. They added butt battles in it, which is great. They added a tug of war. They added the sickest water slide in the world. The jet skis are nasty. I got real nasty in the jet skis. And the pole hopping, all I gotta say is F the pole hopping is just as hard as it was in the first one. And it annoys the crap out of me. The only thing I don't like about the game is it's one player only. Like, you can't do 4 players.
Really?
Volleyball, it's one player. The only way you can play multiple people is multiplayer.
Interesting.
That's the only drawback, but I only paid $7 for it, and it does have butt battle.
Any game with butt battle has to be a good game.
Yeah, exactly. So since I let everyone know out there that I'm a perv, what's your random select for the week?
I mean, now I kind of want to borrow that game
Oh,
for
you- I'll let you borrow
a
it.
couple lonely nights. Shout outs to Tom Lee, Team Ninja. If you
Yep.
thought no one bought Extreme 2, Natal did.
Yeah, I did.
My random select for the week is a very well-known random select. It's my favorite TV show. AMC's The Walking Dead. Chances are, if you're watching this, you're a Walking Dead fan. But if you're not, I have found Season 3 to be really, really awesome. Lots of exciting twists and turns, lots of crazy action, and the season finale is this Sunday.
Yes.
So I thought now would be a better time than ever to give a shout out to Walking Dead. Definitely tune in if you haven't yet. They'll be playing marathons all weekend. So if you want to catch up on all your gory goodness, see everyone get killed, see everyone get eaten, see who doesn't get eaten, survives, see who might get eaten next week.
Yep.
Me and Natal spent hours predicting, theorizing. Shout out to Walking Dead. It's a great show, great characters, great action, and I can't wait to see how the season wraps up.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see how they're going to really wrap it up. It could go so many different ways. I don't want to say too much for, spoiler alerts if people haven't watched it. If you haven't watched that show yet, seriously, you got Netflix. Go watch the first 2 seasons. Both first 2 seasons are on Netflix. And the 3rd season will be up by at least August of this year because it always shows up mad late. But yeah, watch the first 2 seasons.
Yeah, and if you want more Walking Dead, do not pick up Survival Instinct, the new Activision game. Not very good, but there's plenty of great Walking Dead stuff out there. You can always play Telltale's game, which will make you cry most likely, and it's a very great interactive drama.
You can read the comics.
Yeah, of course, the comics which spawned the whole thing, and everyone knows and loves.
So the moral of this random select is butt battles and zombies. Now, if we had zombie butt battles,
That'd be very interesting. I think we'd have a lot of assless zombies
Yeah.
from hours of grinding against each other.
Either that or they'll just turn around and start eating each other's asses.
Yeah.
That would be epic.
So AMC or Team Ninja, if you're
Yep.
listening, make this crossover happen. I mean, we just had Left 4 Dead and Resident Evil. Why can't we have Walking Dead, Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Walking Dead or Alive.
Look, there you go. We got the title
Cha-ching.
for you.
Can we have a $sign right
Yeah.
here?
Walking Dead or Alive.
And with that $1 million idea, I think we're going to have to close out the show.
Yeah, I think we have to send Tom Lee a Facebook message and let him know that we just got the new Team Ninja game.
We did it.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
So again, this is Natal from Fight Your Rival.
This is Mike from Fight Your Rival.
And remember guys,
Keep eating.
keep eating.